Good day and welcome back to another DBZ Dokkan video. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at the free-to-play AGL Garlic Jr. Super form, Super Garlic Jr. and just how good he is in DBZ Dokkan Battle at 100% in the Hidden Potential system, because he was just released with the update to the Battlefield shop. And I think it'll be pretty cool to see just how good he is. So what's really cool about Super Garlic Jr.? So firstly, he's a decent lead, 130% movie bosses, that's okay. But really what it comes down to is the layers of his passive. So he's not necessarily an outright support, he's not necessarily an outright tank, he's not necessarily an outright anything. But he's solid enough in every single way that he makes a really fun little free-to-play option for these teams. You're going to run him predominantly on movie bosses or demonic power, depending on obviously which one is available at the time. He will raise his defense on his 12 key, and then he will raise his attack and defense for 6 turns on his 18 key, while also boosting extreme class allies defense by 20% with his 18 key. This is pretty good right off the bat, some nice support, it's some nice boosting for his team, at least on that rotation, and shows that he can generate some decent stacks. If you can get that 18 key off every time, you can raise his defense sufficiently. In terms of his passive, entrance animation will kick in depending on whether you have movie bosses or demonic power category units on the team, but either way it shouldn't be too hard. You'll get a temporary 60% attack and defense boost for allies that belongs to movie bosses or demonic power for 3 turns. You also get a 100% defensive boost as well, which is also very helpful. Then it has key plus 5, 200% attack and defense, and an extra 2 key per rainbow key sphere obtained. Solid stuff. Again, nothing amazing, nothing spectacular, nothing wild, but decent stuff, decently usable, good numbers, good base numbers, all stuff that's going to work really well. Provided you meet the conditions, he will have damage reduction of 40% if he has a movie bosses category or demonic power category ally in the same turn, and he will also get attack of 200% up. This 40% damage reduction is very crucial, because it's going to scale up depending on how you treat the orbs. So basically he gets a not permanent, but he has 20% damage reduction if you get 2 AGL key spheres. This is the best way to get his damage reduction, but if you fail, it's not the end of the world, because he does also have some backup passives. So he has once-off backups for physical, once-off backups for strength, once-off backups for int, etc, etc. So just a great way to, should you fail, to get your AGL orbs. It's all okay. You will instead be able to kind of fall back and grab any of those other orbs and still see a solid result. So definitely that's a good option without a doubt. Then we come to, fundamentally speaking, his revive. So he also has a revive, pretty good one as well, unconditional, or fairly unconditional. There's not a lot of specs to it, and that's good. Anytime you have a revive where it can be used, it's actually going to be very decent. Whenever you have a revive that can't be used, obviously things are going to kind of fall off a little bit, not maybe function the way you like. They're not going to sit in the position you want them to sit in, and there you could potentially have some problems. But I think with his revive, it's all very simple. He does get the revive fairly easily, and post revive he will have an additional super baked in, rejuvenate his 3-turn support that he provides to movie bosses, demonic powers, etc., which is very good. And then, just basically set himself up to be a decent attack-based unit with his temporary attack boosts and things like that. So his revive's good. I think he's one of those units that's decent in a lot of ways. He has decent damage numbers, we're ranging from 30 to 40 kind of million. He has decent defensive numbers, anything ranging from being able to tank same type unit supers, being able to tank some neutral typing supers. Look, if he gets hit by a super hard hitting tech boss, like there's not a lot of hope for him really, especially once he's outside of kind of like his window of buffs and everything. And again, it's not a problem. It's not a massive train smash that he is going to struggle against units that have effective against all types against him and things like that. He is free to play. So I think for me overall, he is very, very good. And he suits both his teams. You know, he helps out demonic power. He links up really decently with that Goma. He's got metamorphosis, big bad bosses, lots of the interesting link set that Goma actually kind of wants. And then he also has, of course, that decent kind of repertoire with any other big bad bosses unit. And he can work as well on movie bosses. So he's got enough kind of leeway and room and wiggle room when it comes to his overall kit and his functionality to kind of say like, okay, he has a decent whack to kind of perform with. And I think you'll see a very good looking Super Garlic Jr. As a unit, as a free to play. I think he's really, really immense. Obviously with metamorphosis and big bad bosses and all those kind of links, there is a big benefit that comes out from having from having link levels. So you'll see a big difference between a non-rainbow a Rainbow Garlic Jr. Super and a Rainbow Garlic Jr. Super that has his links level, because it's a huge difference. It's an absolutely massive difference. It's like just in general, and it shows just how big the change is, you know, for him in terms of performance and functionality and just everything like that. So I really think Garlic Jr. is really good. I personally went a bit of a crit build on him. I feel like he can hit some decent attack sets, and yeah, he's got obviously those windows of temporary crit boost, but I think personally for me, I rather want to kind of focus and give him as much crit as possible, let him really shuck as much damage as possible. I think he's a great second slot actually. I don't think he's your traditional first slot unit. He can be tempting because you can see like, oh, that 40%, 60% kind of hovering damage reduction that he's sitting at. But I think he's actually just a really rock solid, kind of reliable second slot unit. And I think that's more than fine. It's not a problem, you know, at all when you think about, you know, Garlic Baby Super and everything like that. So I don't see it as an issue. I just see it as part of his functionality, that he has these, you know, kind of missing bits. But overall, is a great free-to-play option. You can tank plenty lower level red zones and things fairly easily. Items obviously help him out. Damage is good. Leader skill is solid. This is a good free-to-play unit, you know. So yeah, that's really my opinion on the whole thing. Let me know your thoughts on Garlic Jr., whether you've used him or not. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next one. So until then, take care, stay safe, and if you have any questions or queries or anything like that, you can just let me know in the comments, and I will see how I can assist you. But yeah, that is basically going to be it from me. So as always, thanks for watching, take care, stay safe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Till then, bye.